Thanks for tuning in to Magic or Tragic. Last night, the Magic lost to the Memphis Grizzlies 92-84. Jonathan Isaac led the team with 15 points, but I'll talk about him and other players individually a little bit later on in the podcast. First, I want to talk about the team overall and what I saw from them last night. Keeping in mind it is just preseason, it's the first preseason game, but it's still interesting to see the lineups, the rotations, or the style of play that the Magic are going to experiment with or maybe trying to use coming up this season. The first thing I think the Magic are going to have to address, or maybe the biggest issue they may have coming up this year from the little bit that I saw in the first preseason game, is the paint. Defensively and offensively. The paint's going to be a big area for the Magic. They don't really have a rim protector still. They have Biyombo, but, Biyombo got bammed on a couple of times last night, and he can't block every shot. Teams are just attacking the paint at will. They're not intimidated from our defensive presence in the paint. So that's going to be a challenge for us, is to change that this year. And offensively, we need to find a way to get more easy buckets and more paint points. That's something the Magic, in my opinion, in past years could improve on greatly. So the paint is going to be a big deal for the Magic to me coming up this season. Now, with that said, there were a few encouraging signs from this game that maybe could help that. Now, we started with Payton, Ross, Fournier, Gordon, and Vucevic. This starting lineup, we probably not surprised. They didn't do bad. They kind of did what we expected. You were happy to see Aaron Gordon go 50% from the three-point line. Fournier looked nice. Terrence Ross, he struggled a little bit shooting. So did Payton. Vucevic looked like Vucevic. One thing I noticed about that starting lineup, though, they've got to be perfect executing on offense. And defense is just such a struggle for that lineup. They don't possess a lot of athleticism and intangibles defensively that, you would like to see to be a good defensive team. So with that said, let me talk about the second unit that came in for the Magic. Simmons, Isaac, Augustine, Hazonia, and Biyombo. When they came into the game, the energy picked up. Balls were getting tipped all over the place. Like, our hands were so active. We were tipping everything. We were just so active. We were all over the place. They were very disruptive, that lineup. And it led to easy buckets, which is what I just brought up. So it's encouraging to see that the new players we brought in kind of look like what we hoped they look like. Jonathan Simmons was aggressive. How you like those dunks? You know what I'm saying? He just, he looks like what we thought he would look like. And that was just a first preseason game. Hopefully he will progress on that. But he's very active defensively. He doesn't back down. He's very aggressive offensively. And Jonathan Isaac was, everything we saw him to be in Summer League. And that's the great thing. You want to see these guys be what they are and then progress on top. He came out in his first game and he was the same player that we've seen him to be. He did a little bit of everything. And he is so disruptive. Just from being out there. Already. Just put him on the floor and the intangibles are through the roof. And the Magic have been missing that a lot. Simmons brought a lot of that too. Another player I want to touch on quickly in that second unit was Hazonia. Hazonia looked really confident out there when he was playing. And again, I know it's just preseason, but he looked nice, controlled, offensively, defensively. He was very active too. He's making things happen. He was controlling the ball, running the floor, making good passes. I've said on our earlier podcast that to me, Hezonja was one of the few players we had that had some true natural basketball instincts. Like, he knew how to play the game on both ends. And you just wanted to see that come together. So it was nice to see those three guys play well. Overall, everyone pretty much did okay. You know, at the end of the game, we brought in Lucas and Shelvin Mack and Spates, who had been sitting all game. So you really didn't expect to see much from them. Spates, every time he do something good, he do something bad. And that's funny. But again, he showed a little grit, toughness. And so did Matt. We're gonna need all those players. Like, if the Magic want to be competitive, they've really made some nice additions this year, I think. They're going to be better in transition. They should be better offensively, and they should be better defensively. And they should get a lot more easy buckets. So, other than that, honorable mention to DJ Augustine. He looked pretty nice, and he's actually someone who may benefit from this new influx of players that we're getting in. That's definitely, I think, going to make an impact into helping us get a few more wins. So let me know what you guys think. Also, Game 2, October 5th, guess who's coming to town? None other than Dennis Smith Jr. and the Dallas Mavericks. That should be a fun matchup, going against Jonathan Isaac at home and the Orlando Magic. So that's going to be at least a reason to tune in, and I'll definitely have a podcast on that. So thanks for listening. Make sure you comment, like, or dislike, and I hope you subscribe below. The season's coming up, and go Magic.